Let's talk about the hottest programming languages of 2019. Check it out now and subscribe down below. So, the hottest languages right now really kind of have been up there for the past couple of years. If you're on the web development side, you probably already are using these. And if you're on the front end especially, I think the only thing anybody's using right now is really JavaScript. I'm not even going to throw like a hypertext language like HTML up there or CSS for style sheets. I don't really consider them to be programming languages. So let's just say JavaScript. If you're on the front end and on the web development side, in general, JavaScript's really hot right now. You're probably using a mean stack, we're using Node, or you're probably using Angular on the front end, and both of them sitting right on top of JavaScript, right? So your next languages are really Python, I would say maybe a little bit of C#, Ruby, and PHP is always up there as well. So I think your top languages on the web development side are JavaScript, Python, PHP, C#, Ruby, and then probably Java. There is a lot of web work done in Java, especially on the back end. But moving on to the desktop languages, right? So desktop languages, the primary stuff being used is Java. There's tons of corporate software out there that's done in Java. There's a lot of C++ and Python as well. I mean, there's a lot of tool sets that have been developed in Python. And C++ is a huge staple. So depending on where you're at, I worked on a lot of C++ applications when I worked for Lockheed Martin, and then when I worked at the Western University of Health Sciences when I was doing R&D there. So that's a huge language for that world. If you're looking to do hardware, C++ is always a good one. You could learn to do Arduino stuff with it, and you also can kind of get close to C with it. Mobile, I would say C#, Swift, Java, and then lastly, the field that I'm really experienced in is interactives and gaming. So Unity 3D, that's all C#. And then Unreal Engine, C++. So if you're a C++ person, you want to move over to doing game development, jump into Unreal Engine. That's one big way to do it. Although a lot of Unreal people do play around with something called Bluescript, which is the Unreal Engine visual scripting platform. You really don't get under the hood and get to really write the staple code for Unreal and the real functionality unless you know how to write C++. C++ in Unity is a little bit different. In Unreal is a little bit different. You have to learn their libraries, and it's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not bad. Unity, though, if you're used to C# or even Java, you can pick up C# really fast. If you're good at C#, jump into Unity if you want to make some games in it. You can do that really, really quickly. The Unity libraries are pretty straightforward. It's all .NET, so that's a pretty straightforward one. Again, so I think the languages I just mentioned right now, the top ones, we have JavaScript, we have Python. I definitely say PHP and C#. And then C++, you've got I said C++, I'd say Swift, Java, Ruby. Ruby was a lot more popular maybe 4 or 5 years ago, in my opinion. Maybe it's still big, and I'm just not seeing it as often, but I definitely say it's kind of on the end of that list. I think PHP, Python are all really big still. JavaScript, again, huge, especially with Node being such a big thing now. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up. Those are all the hot languages right now in 2019. If you want to get a job in 2019 in the web dev scene, you have to know JavaScript, and you have to know how Node works, maybe React and Express. Those are all huge. If you're looking at Node or JavaScript in general, then look at the mean stack. Python is huge up there, is a huge kind of competitor there. I don't think they're as widely used as JavaScript. I may be completely wrong. If I am, just mention it down below in the comments. But I'd say Python, check out Django. That's a huge platform for it, and there's a ton of support there. So that's it. This is Isa with Journey to Programming. Subscribe down below over there, somewhere down there, and hit that bell just to get your reminders. Have a good one. See you next time.